Hey, what's up legends? Welcome back to the channel. So it's been a long time since we've done a video. The back end of last year was just chaotic with spring renovations, irrigation, turf installs, all that sort of stuff. So I didn't have enough time to film content as well as trying to maintain all this area we have here. But yeah, we're going to try and get back to it in 2024. So I just want to wish everyone a happy new year and hope you have a great year. So we're on this section here of our T31 and we're going to do a renovation on it today. So we get a lot of questions about, can I renovate in summer? Can I do 2 renovations a season? All that sort of stuff. We've had a lot of rain recently on the east coast of Australia. So some of our lawns may have gotten away from us a little bit with not being able to mow as frequent as we would have liked. So yeah, you definitely can do a renovation this time of year. What are we now? 6th of January here, and we're going to do a renovation on this T31 here. Now I've done nothing with this. I haven't fertilized it in probably 4 months. No product applications other than watering, rain, mowing. I've only been mowing it with the zero-turn mower at about 2.25 inches, so it's pretty thick. So I will get the camera off the tripod and just show you how thick it is. There's not too much weed in here. We've got a little bit of that, I think it's flea bane over there on the edges and stuff like that that we'll pull out. But yeah, gonna hook into a renovation on this and get this area looking smick. So let's get into it. All right guys, so camera is off. Thought I'd give you a bit of a close up of how thick she is looking. So I'll get my shutter out of the road. So you can see here, it's pretty lush. I mean, if you had a rotary mown lawn, you want a nice soft lawn for your kids, this is probably ideal. But we want to get it cylinder mown at about 8 mil, I reckon. But you can see the edges there. She's pretty thick. So, but this will be a good video. So if we got a thick, lush lawn, we want to take it right back, do a renovation, and I reckon within 2 weeks we'll probably be cylinder mowing at about 10 mil, something like that. So, all right, legends. So I've been wanting to try this little Greenworks out on some thicker stuff to show you guys how it performs. I've used it on the putting green and collar, which is obviously mown at 4 and 10 mil, which is quite low. So I'm going to take the catcher off it. I think, yeah, catcher off. Probably have it at the highest setting here, which is says +5, so I'm going to say that's 5 mil above ground, and run through this and see how it goes. If I had the catcher on, it'd be stopping probably every pass or something like that. But yeah, running the, you can see those there. They're like what I would call a scarifying blade. So let's see how it goes. All right guys, so I dropped it down from +5 or 5 mil above ground level. I haven't measured that, but that's just what I'm guessing the measurements are on the height adjuster. And we're now at 0, so that'll be ground level. So it's only a little battery machine. It doesn't have a lot of grunt. It's super light. But if you have a small lawn, I reckon this would be a perfect little machine to do your renovation work. I think you could groom with this thing as well. You could do light grooming. Pretty versatile little machine. It doesn't cost a lot of money. Like I said, what do we got here? This is about 70 square meters here. So, you know, I know some guys in Melbourne, Sydney, this is all they'd have for their front yard. So even some of those newer estates in Brisbane and stuff as well. So not a bad option. All right, so I've done 2 passes now over the 70 squares. What have we used? We have one bar left on our battery out of 4 bars. So let's see if we can get one more pass on the angle here. So we'll see how we go. All right guys, let's have a look. So 3 passes now. First pass was on +5. So about, I'm guessing it's going to be That one there, 5 mil above ground level, and now the second two passes were on 0, which I'd say is ground level for this machine. So I'll show you what it's looking like. You can see there's a fair bit of materials pulled out now, but basically you can see if I brush that away now, it just opens things up. So you can see right down, we can get down to that soil surface now. There's a lot more room in the canopy now. So when we get the rotary mowers out to scalp this down, it's going to scalp through this a lot easier. I see a lot of guys will jump on and grab a rotary mower first and scalp it. You can do that. I don't like to do that. A lot of our renovations we do for customers, we'll run through first, 3 or 4 passes, thin it out first, then we'll scalp. Makes it 10 times easier to scalp your lawn down to height. Now once we get it down to a lower height, we'll probably still run the little Greenworks Scarifier dethatcher through to thin it out a little bit more. So, but like I said, 3 passes on 70 square meters, and I checked before. Basically, we got, it's barely saying that one's blinking there. I don't know if you can see that or not on the camera, but the last light's blinking now, so it's basically what I'd say is flat. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep going until the machine stops, and then I'll put it on charge and start mowing all this up. All right guys, so the Greenworks battery operated dethatcher just stopped then, so it's dead flat. So I end up getting 4 and probably two runs out of it. So basically 4 passes out of a battery, which I was pretty happy with. This is a pretty thick lawn. We've pulled a lot of thatch, a lot of dead plant material out of that. So one thing I didn't mention earlier on in the video, we actually did a rye oversow on this patch of T31 leading into winter. Now, I didn't spray the ryegrass out. There's still a little tiny bit in there, but I'm not too worried about it. A lot of it, it's so hot here, and we had a real dry period after winter there for about 3 to 4 months. We got bugger all rain. I was irrigating this maybe once a week, so it dried right out. So a lot of that ryegrass died off. So if you're somewhere further south, Melbourne, Sydney, you'd probably want to definitely look at spraying it out. But here, backed the water right off, dry conditions, it's just died off. So I'm not too worried about that. So, all right, let's go get some rakes. We'll clean this up. We'll get the rotary mower out and start scalping it down. All right, so just raking up all these piles so you can see what come out of this. Fair bit. That was, yeah, like I said, 4 passes. I was pretty happy with that little Greenworks dethatcher scarifier. Done a pretty good job. It's a very light machine, so, but we'll scalp this down now with the rotaries. So something you guys probably haven't seen is we picked up a Isuzu tipper truck over the holidays. So I might do a video on that one day, show you that, just a second-hand one, but gets this into the market and we can bring all of our turf preps for the business and stuff like that in-house, and then when we do renovations we can obviously dump all the grass in there. Makes life much easier. So, and then we got young Nath out here helping us today. But yeah, get the Kubota onto this, start scalping it down. I'll whippersnip the edges and get it all cut down. All right, legends, so whippersnipping's all done. I just got the Milwaukee blower out, blew all the edges down, back onto the lawn so I can suck it all up. So I just got Nath doing the final pass with the rotary mower to suck all that debris up. The Kubotas don't go that low, so I was probably at about 25 mil roughly. So what I'll do, bring a cylinder mower over and scalp it right down to probably about 5 mil, get it nice and low. So, but yeah, getting in there, looking good. All right guys, so I've got it scalped down to about 25 mil with the rotary mower now. So I'm just going to go through and core it. I went to grab the Toro stand-on aerator, but it's got a flat tire, so I couldn't bother mucking around with it right now. So we just got the old walk behind, our paddock corer. This is the machine that we first started the business with. So it's about 4 seasons old now. It's still running. I actually noticed it is missing one tine, so one tine must have fell off, so, but it'll do the job. So we'll get this cord, get it rotary mode, suck all those cores up, get them dumped in the tipper there, and then we'll bring the cylinder mower out and scalp this right down to about 5 mil, ready for top dressing. So let's get into it. All right, so she's all cored now. Scalp down with the rotary mower to 25 mil. We've just got the Massport cylinder mower here, the older one. We're going to scalp it down. I was going to run the little scarifier through here again, but didn't have enough battery. I done 2 passes and there's nothing left. But as you can see, if we look down in here, there's not a lot left. It's thinned right out. We're down to, you know, just a stem in the crown of the plant there. So I'm pretty happy with that. So that was 4 passes in total with that Greenworks battery, dethatcher, scarifier, whatever you want to call it. All right, legends, so I just gone and picked up a cube of fine brown sand. This is generally what we top dress all our lawns with for customers and what I use myself. So you can see it's a pretty fine sand. It is very wet at the moment. We've had a lot of rain in the last few weeks, like everyone else has, I suppose. But we'll flick it out, it'll dry. So. So we probably threw out maybe half a cube. That was it. This lawn area has probably been top dressed now maybe 4 or 5 times since I've laid it. So it's pretty decent. It's not going to need a heap. So we'll just go around with our soil spreader, rub all this sand in, work it all in nicely. And then we'll be ready for some fert. All right, legends, so top dressing all done. It's all rubbed in. It's time to get our fertilizer out and schedule our watering program for our irrigation. So what I'm going to be throwing out today is some Echelon Duo, which is available at Lawn Pride Australia. So what is Echelon Duo? Echelon Duo is a fertilizer, a pre-emergent, and it also has an insecticide in it, so it'll cover African black beetle. What else we got on here? African black beetle, Argentine scarab, and billbug as well. So I won't control armyworm, but it will cover your African black beetle. So, so I'm going to be throwing this down, give it a good feed, and then we'll set the irrigation. So. All right guys, so I just programmed our irrigation. So for the next week, I'm going to be doing 15 minutes 3 times a day. I might drop it back down to 10 minutes. I'll see how it looks. It is quite hot at the moment, so if we get any rain, I will change that. But generally speaking, this time of year, we're going to be 15 minutes 3 times a day. So I've got 6:30, 11:30, and 3:30 in the afternoon. Week 2, we'll take out our midday watering, so it'll just be twice a day. Week 3, we'll take out our afternoon water, and it'll just be in the morning. And then week 4, we'll probably drop it back to every second day. Week 5, we'll be back to our normal watering schedule, aiming for about 2 deep waters a week, getting about 25 mil of water out total. So today's video, guys, was just about showing you guys you can do a renovation in the middle of summer. It doesn't have to be springtime. If your lawn's gotten out of control, it's gotten thatchy, it's not mowing up right, and you want to do a renovation, go for it. Guys, don't be afraid. It will need a little bit of extra water with the extra heat around, but you can definitely hook into it. So keen to see how this looks in a few weeks, but I will do update videos every week, probably just a little short so you guys can see it every week, see how it's progressing, that sort of thing. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our channel, guys. We'll catch you in the next one.